use them.
We've never played Machine Strike together.
Oh no. I got enough trouble with the doll. Kicking my ass. The way my luck's going, I'll bet you're a pro.
So Sylens' plan was to trick Regala into sacrificing her tribe in a hopeless battle against the Zeniths. It's so... heartless. Hikaru, Dekka, Katalo, countless others. I won't let their lives be thrown away. Focus. It's Varl's. I used to think no Nora would ever accept one, but Varl did. Even when he was overwhelmed, he refused to let me push him away. I failed Varl at Gemini. I should have pushed harder. I should have done more. I'd give anything to have him back. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. I will, Rost. Now and always. All this time, I've been so focused on what Elizabeth was like, what she would do. I was wrong to hold Beta to that standard. I probably shouldn't even be doing it to myself. I'll try to do better.
I'm gonna clean my gear a bit. I can do yours.
I cleaned it already.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Good. There are some rings up here. We'll have to approach them quietly. The shock arrow should go in. Tilda, I'm in the air.
Then you'll want to pick up an energy cell on one of the ancient Horus Titans. But first you must send out a pulse to activate them. I've sent you the necessary software. To deploy it, you'll have to override one of the communication machines you refer to as... Tallnecks. There's one in the middle of the desert that should do nicely.
On it. Arrowhand. I can see the whole village from up here. Maybe I should check in on it after I've dealt with Regala. Regala's rebels. Reinforcements, maybe. Heading for the grove. I hope the Carl and its Noct can hold out a little longer. Now, how to land this thing. Made it. Okay, Tilda. I've overridden the Tallneck.
Good. And the energy cells are now primed. Simply pick one up on a Horus. The nearest one should be northwest of your position. Dropping it on Regala's machine should produce quite a spectacle.
Thanks for the assist.
I told you, I want to help.
Whoa! I'm gonna get used to that. Always throwing everything she's got at the Grove. There's the energy cell. Right on the Titan's back. Got to sail. Now onto the Grove. Pulse from the Tolmec should have reactivated all the energy cells in the region. I should be able to pick up more from any Horus I fly to. Pretty useful, even after I deal with Allah. Here we go.
Orgala's inside. Hikara will soon be dead. It's all over, Chaplain.
I gotta drop it now. Here it goes.
Is that... It's Aloy!
She flies on the wings of the Ten.
The tide has turned! Push through!
End of the line, Hikara. Now on your knees, and I'll give you the death you didn't have the spine to give me.
They're down! The machines! All of them! They're down!
What? How's that possible?
Regala!
Enough bloodshed! Let's settle this. You and me.
Easy to say when you're atop a machine.
Well, that was just to get your attention. I don't need any help to take you down.
Fine. I accept your challenge. And once I'm done with you, I'll get to finish the slaughter.
We'll see about that.
The duel is set. Let none interfere.
This fight is just beginning! Come closer!
All right, so that's how it's gonna be.
Here it comes! Let me end your misery!
This'll help.
This is where it ends!
Yeah, it is.
Come to me! The rains will wash your filth away! Is this how you give up your life?
It's gonna take more.
Here I am again, on my knees before bootlicks and cowards. Go ahead, run me through.
Shut your mouth, traitor.
It was you who flew in on the wings of the Ten. You who challenged her. By our rights, you must decide her fate. I spared her once. It only made things worse. She was the best of my marshals. What a waste.
She's dangerous, all right. But maybe that's exactly what I need.
Cowards! What more do you have to conspire about?
Whether you live or die, I'm not here to forgive you for your crimes. But there's another battle ahead. Against an enemy more powerful than anything you can imagine. And I need people. A squad. That's willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't want your mercy.
It's not mercy. The battle I'm talking about will be charging into a nightmare.
A better death than this? Yes. My blood is yours. Your enemies are mine.
Meet us at our stronghold, in the mountains near Plainsong.
You mean to send her alone? Without even an armed guard?
She does not need it.
I will be there. You have my word.
I'll hold you to it.
Chief, there's something you both need to see. In the throne room. He surrendered to our guards outside the grove. Claims he has an urgent message for the Outlander who defeated Regala.
So, state it.
It's for her alone. From an interested party.
I'm gonna need some privacy.
Clear the room. Put him with the rest of Regala's soldiers.
I'll see you back at base.
You saved the tribe. Let me help you with your mission.
No. With Regala gone, you have a chance to build the future you dreamed of. So get to your task.
Then at least allow me to give you this. Armor for the battle ahead. May it keep you safe.
Thank you.
Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Oh, it's a pleasure to see you too, Silence.
Congratulations on your victory. You saved the Tenakth for a few weeks. Unfortunately, you've doomed the entire planet as well.
Wrong. I don't need a Tenakth army to defeat the Zeniths.
Oh, Aloy. Have you learned nothing about the enemy we're up against?
More than you, hiding whatever hole you found. My idea is just better than anything you ever came up with.
Go on.
No, not here. We're doing this my way. Face to face, and with the weapon you've developed.
And why would I agree to that?
Because I'm your only way of beating the Zeniths, and getting the copy of Apollo that's on their ship. So meet me at my base. Mountains west of Plainsong. Time to submit to the inevitable silence and follow the person who actually knows what she's doing. Don't be late. Tilda, you there? I did it. Silence is on board, so head to my base.
Impressive. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Now that I can fly, I might want to see what else I can do before I head back.
Send it straight, Cavo. Aloy's here.
So, Aloy, you've added yet another deed to your name, and I'm guessing by the look in your eyes that you're not done yet.
Not quite.
Is there anything we can do? We owe you that much.
After everything you've been through, you're one of the best people to support Hikaru's bid for peace. Not just between the clans, but with the Karja too.
Then I will. You have my word.
And until my last breath, I'll make sure the tribe remembers all that you've done for us.
Your courage serves you well.
Clan is grateful, Aloy. Always.
All right.
Good day.
What's
The
wrong?
flame of the desert now flies on the wings of the Ten. Will wonders never cease?
I thought you wanted to stay neutral.
In the end, I decided that if you thought Hikaru was worth fighting for, then that was good enough for me.
I'm honored.
The honor is mine. I hope you know what you're doing.
What?
Sparing Regala caused this mess to begin with.
That's how good of a fight it was, my friend.
The chaplains will preach of this battle for as long as the tribe lives on. The chaplains will preach of this battle for as long as the tribe lives on.
And so the Wings of the Ten found us when things were at their direst.
I'm not some legend come to life, Jataka.
That may be, but we will always be in your debt.
So, say the chief gets his way. Lasting peace.
The chaplains will preach of this battle for as long as the tribe lives on.
That one's changed too.
Dakota, thought you'd be back at the Bulwark.
Let it be known that the Sky Clan defended the Grove today. As hopeless a battle as it was. Until you flew in on the Wings of the Ten, that is. We are in your debt.
You fought for your tribe, so your debt is paid.
On your way, then.
I've been thinking.
There's nothing more to say between us.
Join the Chief's guard.
Champion.
What brought this
From
up?
Wallbreaker to the Wings of the Ten.
Everything that's happened.
I feel like I'm the last strike.
I told him you'd be true to me tonight.
Some of them are still around, even though Regala's out of the picture. Whatever they're doing, it can't be good. Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it when I can.
Hey, Mr. Know-It-All is here. You know, your focus buddy who never smiles. I didn't know what to do with him, so I had him wait in your room.
Got it. Thanks. Well, Silence. Looks like you finally found a door you could open without me.
I'm glad it's there, actually. It kept me from having to mingle with the company you keep. But enough prattle. I believe you owe me an explanation. Your plans for the Zenith base?
You're right. I do owe you. My spear in your throat for deceiving me again. At the Hades Proving Lab.
I doubt you asked me here for that kind of reckoning.
No. Right now, I need your help. So I'm giving you one final chance. But if you ever betray me again, I will kill you no matter what the circumstance. Understood?
Very well. Though we'll both face a decidedly short future if you can't get us inside that base.
Aloy, your other guest is here. She's, coming to you.
Thanks. Good timing. The truth is, I can't actually get us into the base. But she can.
The company you keep is even worse than I thought.
Not a fan of surprises, are you? Oh, look. That must be your little invention.
Does the weapon work? Without self-destructing?
Of course it does. I've eliminated the imperfections and greatly improved its design and output.
How can we be sure?
Care for a demonstration?
Enough, both of you. We're in this together, at least for now. Go talk to Erend. Tell him I said to give you rooms of your own. I'll come see you when I get a chance.
Oh, no. You first.
Better get everyone in the control room, so Tilda can tell us what she knows about the Zenith base.
Did you see Katala's... Aloy, I'm glad to see you're okay. I heard you gave the... I was half expecting you to burst in through the ceiling riding a sunwing.
Sorry to disappoint. Have you talked to any of...
Erend and I tried speaking to Silent, but apparently our...
Charming, isn't he? Ready to head over to the Zenith...
Whatever comes?
Thoughts on our new...
I'd say she smells like she's more like...
She's... I have to go.
I'll make sure Erend doesn't punch Silence in...
Thanks.
You flew? Kotalo told me. You know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised. I saw we have visit. Does this mean we're ready?
Almost. Are you okay?
I was wondering. She seems angry. The kind of angry that...
Don't worry. We're going to the Zeniths.
If you say...
I hope our new...
The Silent...
He is. Though I wouldn't expect him to answer any questions. He refuses to dole out his...
Oh.
You know that special...
Our...
Yeah. You sure you're okay? I know things must be happening.
I've already braved oceans and why not a few immortal?
Guess the more the... I suppose you saw that Tilda...
I almost went up to her. Every diviner I know would kill. But now that she's here, I don't know if I'm scared of finding out. Probably both.
I need to wrap up a few things.
I'll be ready when...
Hey.
Wish I could say we don't need them. Even Regala.
Yeah. Enemy.
Right. I guess Silence is keeping to himself, as usual.
I was hoping...
Please don't.
You telling me you wouldn't want to get just one good hit on that after everything he's done?
Sure. Later. Doesn't look like any of our guests are making trouble.
Yet. So, Katala tells me you flew. Well, that's new. I've been busting my balls trying to learn to read. You're out there having all the fun.
Don't worry. They'll be getting all the fun you can handle soon. With the Zeniths.
Looking forward.
You,
I tried. I don't think you... And you say she wants to help?
I think so. I better get...
Oh, you know where...
This place smells wrong. No sand or wind, only cold steel. And the others up there, your squad.
They can hold their own. And as for this base, it may not be what you're used to. But it is a shelter.
Call it what it is. A cage.
You came here on your own.
For the battle you promised. So for now I wait in my cage for your word. Tell me when to strike.
The whole time I've been in the West, I've been fighting you and your rebels. I'd at least like to know why.
You were among the enemy. What more is there to know?
Why did you do it?
Dorok, Jiroka, Makalo, and the Karja pushed into the desert to raid our people. My brother's squad was among the first to intercept them. But the Karja captured them, strung them up, and burned them alive as an example. It was too late. I found them by the sound of their screams.
So you wanted vengeance?
Vengeance? No. I hope to tear down the Karja's cities and drown the land in blood. Hunt down every last survivor and grind their bones, but my chief betrayed me.
How did Hikaru betray you?
Hikaru called on the clans to resist the Karja's red raids. But we did more than just defend. We hunted them, and they fled as children before a pack of claw striders all the way to their border. There we ripped down their stone walls. Their domain was ours for the taking. But when it came time to push on, Hikaru ordered us to fall back. What soldier retreats when slaughter is at hand?
The kind who wants peace for their people.
Peace is just a lull between vendettas. But I thought my chief had greater tactics in mind, so I stood by him, even when he allowed that filthy Karja to join our ranks.
Fashav.
I enjoyed watching him die at the embassy. He should have been put down when we first captured him on the field. Instead, Hikaru made him a marshal.
If he became a marshal, he had to have competed in the cool route, meaning he earned it.
It was an insult. No outland. And then a Karja messenger was brought before us? That's when I knew. Drag his treacherous corpse to the...
What happened when the Karja
The quivering priest bore a message from their new king. No more war. No more raids. Suddenly the Karja wanted to talk peace. An embassy at the very fortress we tore down? A true Tenakth would never take a Karja truce. Their blood exists to be spilled. He showed himself a
and lost.
His mercy. I vowed never to... So with an army of the day you got...
The deal you made. Override tech in exchange for an assault on the Zenith base. How did Silence approach you?
That name means nothing to me. My agreement was with Oseram mercenaries.
So all this time, you didn't even know who you were really dealing with? And you trusted a group of Outlanders?
If it was a trick, I would have crushed them. But they offered me the chance to run the terror in your enemy's eye. I bet you felt it.
I don't think so. What about your end of the deal?
Had I killed Hikaru and become chief, these Zeniths would have been the first of the tribe's victories. But because of you, my people will continue to consort.
Because of me, hundreds of Tenakth won't throw away their lives in a battle they can't win. Are you really going to fight alongside me?
I have no reason to betray you.
Really?
I failed to kill Hikaru, failed to eliminate you. No Tenakth would follow me now. The Karja remain out of my reach, cowering behind their walls. All I have left are the screams of those long dead and unending rage. So show me where to bury it.
All right. I got...
Ever since you got in my way, I've wanted to see your bones burned white beneath. But if I'm to die in battle, then it might as well be with the one who flew with the wings of the 10.
I'll let you know when it's time to move.
Just you wait, Varl. We're taking those space lights down.
There you are. Well done, Aloy. You're truly a shining
I've been thinking about what you said. It was more than that, wasn't it?
Perceptive as ever.
Okay, so...
I was an orphan. By my 30s, I was starting to wonder if that... And then I met Liz. It says we'd have coffee. I thought it was just shop talk, but... Then I was surprised. Soon we were flying halfway across the... For the first time, I didn't feel lonely. I think Liz felt the same way at first. She had lost her mother, but as time passed, it seemed... And... So we ended things.
So helping me. Restoring...
A second chance, yeah. I made a mistake leaving Earth while Liz stayed behind. So when I saw you, beyond even what made Liz a phenomenon, I knew I had to help you.
You said before that you're not like that you never were.
Out of necessity. I'm not both when Earth was consumed and when the colony on Sirius was destroyed. I did what I had to try to undo, hence the data channel with Beta. And the little...
Why did you make the data channel?
I built that house as a shelter, a safe place, not cultural, truly.
And you wanted Beta?
Yes. I thought if she... it would... a heritage, data... I'm sorry, she needed...
Why do you think Elizabeth...
I've wondered that for 1,000... She was brilliant. She cared so deeply for the... But it also felt like she kept everyone at arm's length. She never wanted to share her burdens. I think, in the end, she had a core that sometimes I wonder if anyone...
I found a recording of you and Elizabeth back in the Proving Lab after Farzineth's attempt to steal Gaia.
Yes.
I think she regretted how...
Did she? Thank you for telling me. I've always hated that those were the last, and that her last impression of me was as a function, not who I truly am.
When it's time to break into the Zenith base...
I'll go over the full layout once you've... Suffice it to say, we will need to push as fast as possible to Beta and Gaia's look, dealing with heavy resistance along the way. There are also printing facilities where the natural resources they've stripped from the region.
What for?
First for use in the base's infrastructure, and then to fabricate a small army of them. In addition, they've also been ferrying materials to and from our ship in orbit. After hundreds of years luxuriating in our digital comforts, the ship was barely space-worthy when we made our escape. Disaster can strike at any...
Have you figured out how...
No, and I'll admit it bothers me, but regardless of how it functions, I am confident it will deactivate the other shields en masse.
How many of them are in the base?
10, including Eric and Gerard. Only a handful of us made it to our ship when our colony collapsed.
So, Eric... was he always...
I believe he got worse over time. On Earth, he was the founder of a profitable band of cutthroats, in other words. Even as governments abandoned human combatants in favor of he found success with clientele that required a more... There were also rumors that he all for the thrill of it. But on Sirius, he retreated to In them, he could go on rampage, though I suspect with
All of his tribe believes he was one of the greatest people from the old world.
Then they would be quite... though I'm sure he'd bask.
What can you tell me about Gerard?
He was the head of the world's, and as such, had dealings with almost... It made him one of the wealthy, and certainly the wealthiest among Fars.
What does one person do with that much money?
Buy more power, more influence. Gerard's always believed able to maintain control, but beneath that exterior, it was his decision to restrict the avatars of the Apollo database. While we were painted as her...
Well, we'll deal with him soon enough.
I would very much like to see him.
When I was in the ruins of Vegas, I found data on a man named Stanley Chen. I think he was a Zenith.
Stanley, ever the optimist. He was one of the... When we established our colony, he built an exact replica of Las Vegas in virtual reality. Lights, shows, and while others cloistered themselves in their own fantasies, he flung his doors wide to everyone.
The way you're talking about him, I'm guessing he didn't...
No, he perished. When our colony would... He would have been thrilled to discover that part of his beloved city survived.
When Beta escaped and hid in an ancient research facility, I saw another one of the Zeniths. Verbena. Who was she?
A dull star amidst a sea of brighter constellations. Unlike most of Far Zenith's members who amassed their wealth through shrewd business deals and technological achievements, Verbena inherited her billions. Her father had achieved great success in the luxury holotourism industry. At age 24, she became the world's most eligible bachelorette, branding herself a life designer. Someone who leverages their fame to influence the choice of others.
What? Like a cult?
In a way, yes.
Well, she must have done something right to have survived.
She was her own brand of ruthless. But even rats can...
Okay, so I've had run-ins with a handful of Zeniths.
An array of the wealthiest people on...
And let me guess.
Most, but not all. Annika Murjani, for instance, she founded the Holonet Successful Dance, and I had fascinating discussions with Song. Our immortality treatments are doing... But then there were others, like Devin. His only real preoccupations were perfecting his golf. When I think about all of us,
Okay.
I'll be here until then. And thank you, Aloy, for giving me... My past has always been more than once I've lost it. I see Liz's dream fulfilled.
Maybe we can make it happen.
We will.
The weapons of the old ones were powerful indeed.
I see you've got your new arm ready to go.
Much about... Yes. It still feels strange. I've gotten used to the absence, but no matter. I'm sure I will need it before the attack on the Zenith base is through.
Haven't seen you since the battle at the Grove. How are you holding up?
I saw you fly on the wings of the Ten. I would say that I am...
Thank you.
It is I who...
Look, but I want her on our side.
It is more than she deserves.
Thank you, Katala. Things will get ugly once you'll need every trick you've ever...
I would have it no other. Many soldiers died in the old war. We will endure on their behalf. Though, I am curious, without an army of our...
Leave that to me.
As you say.
Did you meet Tilda?
There is something about her. I wouldn't be surprised if my sword went through her and...
Honestly, with... Your people keep mentioning the...
The visions tell us that and leapt in for us. So?
I won't lie.
I can...
I have to go.
Understood.
Did you need something?
With Regala out of the way, Hikaru and Tanakh, they're safe. The future's up to them now. I do wish they'd drop all the honorary names they've given me. But if I've learned anything about them, that is not a battle I am going to win. Elizabeth and Tilda had a history. The more I learn about her life, the more complicated it seems. I guess she saw something good in Tilda. I don't know what exactly, but seems like it was enough. For a while, at least. Okay. Maybe it's time to get everyone together so Tilda can brief us. But is there anything I should handle before that? All right, people. I need you up in the control room, right away. Okay, everyone. We all know what's at stake. Beta, Gaia. Not to mention life on Earth. Now, it might seem like the Zeniths are invincible, but they're not. We've got what it takes to break into their base and defeat them. We even have one of them on our side. Tilda, show us the base.
It is constructed atop the ruins of an ancient military facility on an island to the southwest. I can get us inside. To this location, undetected.
How exactly?
You'll know when you need to. Once inside, our goal will be this structure. The launch tower. Gaia and Beta are being held at the top. But along the way, we will face overwhelming resistance. Most importantly from Gerard, Eric, and the others. But also...
Once I take away their shields, we should be able to deal with them. But it will be easier to deploy the device if someone else is carrying it. I'll need a strong back.
Carry stuff? Yeah, I can do that.
Even if your device works, there will still be Spectre drones, scores of them.
If only we had an army to fight them.
I've got that under control. You'll know when you need to. All right. We'll meet up again just before we go in. Where's the best place to rendezvous?
On the coast, just across from the island. Once there, I'll show you the way.
Okay. I'll let you know when I arrive at the rendezvous point. And then you can join me. In the meantime, do whatever you need to prepare. Understood? You two? A minute? Tilda helped me get in touch with Beta, and she told me something important. There's an installation inside the base. It's called a regulator. Here. Once we're inside, I need you two to split off from everyone else and destroy it. So you'll have to bring explosives. This will help stop the drones. Everything depends on it. You with me? After that, I want you to find a way to infiltrate the Zenith network.
How?
Go over all the data that Beta left behind. She knew how to do it, I'm sure of that.
All right. But why? What am I trying to do?
Find information about the Zeniths. Anything Tilda's not telling us. Silence is right about one thing. There's no way we can take her on her word.
I'll do my best.
Keep her safe, okay?
On my life.
Weapon to the Zenith base intact.
We're finally doing that.
Never thought I'd be off on a mission to... I can hear the...
Varl made the right call, you know.
Thanks. I found out a few days before you guys went to... I was... So he sat me down for a drink. Just Vala, Ursa.
You know, we never did get that drink you promised back in the Embrace. And you never told me exactly how your sister escaped the Mad Sun King.
I guess we never got round to it. World ending and all. No time like the present, though. If you're up for it.
If that one's not working right, you can have one of...
Yeah, little bugger's got some... Saved my butt with those Spectres. You know, besides, it,
Wouldn't want to spoil your look. You think it's time for us to finally have that drink?
Yeah? Oh.
So, how did Ursa escape Mad Sun King Jiran's palace?
Well, see, during the war, the Karja threw a prisoner, for what? Thinking somehow that was gonna appease all the other deranged machines in the world? Ha! And when it was Ursa's turn, the Karja thought she'd go down if...
Oh, but she didn't.
And she defeated all of them. Even got some of Jiran's kestrels for good measure. And the Mad Sun King was impressed, I guess. Thought it'd be funny to have her run around... his palace as a servant. He enjoyed humiliating her that way.
I remember you telling me something. That's how she met Avad. He helped her escape.
Yeah, but what no Karj is how the young prince snuck. He knew their best chance was to get her. He got her everything she needed to disguise perfumes.
I get the feeling she wasn't too happy with that.
Oh man, Ursa with her bare hand. But Avad insisted it was the only way. Avad had to dress up as...
She made Avad dress up?
As perfumed, and Ursa said he looked better like that than he ever...
That would,
Oh, it worked like a charm, too. They paid a travel...
You were right. That was a story best told over a drink.
All good stories are.
I guess I should get going.
I'll see you at the rendezvous point.
I wouldn't have it any other... I hope everybody's ready for this.
Aloy, nothing you do ever is. At least, now you don't have to...
Thanks.
I know there's probably a lot, but I was wondering if you were able to install the reboot code on
Stray land gods?
Thank you.
You and Aaron seem to be on better terms now.
He may have terrible taste in music, but he did apologize for mocking my tribe. And that ale he keeps raving about isn't half bad. I still plan on beating that stubborn face of his to break our sparring stalemate.
Try not to hurt him too bad. Everyone here, if it weren't for Varl...
You know, there was this one night, he realized I was having trouble sleeping. To be honest, I think we both... So, he asked me to... He brought up this hologram of Earth that you two found back in the Zenith launch facility. We sat there. I thought about how Plainsong was... How every corner of it must be team... And any fears I had about our... I miss him terribly.
I know. I should go. I'll let you know when I'm ready to head to the base.
Before you do...
What is it?
You placed this focus in my care, and gave me the highest calling in Utaru. If I should fall in battle, I'd like you to be the one to bury my seed pouch. For the both of us.
So...
Make sure you stay alive to do so.
Let's just try to all come back up. You nervous?
I'd be lying if I said...
The plan will work.
Right.
Oh.
Whatever happens, I never thought I'd get to it.
Come on, do I look that old? Katala will protect you.
I'm not afraid. I know Katala will, if we die doing so.
I'd rather you both...
We'll try and...
Once all this is over, will you go back across the ocean?
I don't know. The more I think about it, if I go back, I don't even... Or what they do to me for... Even if I somehow were allowed to carry on my duties as a would I be willing to let the truths I've learned the ancestors be buried away by the... Would I dare challenge... Or...
Who's this?
She... We used to be rivals. I hated her, but apparently there's a fine line between hate and love. We became very close, and then she promised she'd wait for me.
Well, that was smart of her. She won't do any better.
Yeah, I don't know about...
I do. The rest of us should be in Zeniths for you to have, but you'll have to...
What exactly?
I don't know. I need to get...
I'll be at the run. May truth lead us to...
So, bravo. You managed to sway a Zenith to your side.
Not a chance. I thought you said the weapon was ready.
There's always room to optimize. But that's not why you're here. I assume you want to comprehend my undertaking.
Since when were you so forthcoming?
Since you turned this into a waiting game, modest success.
Okay, so your big plan. Let me see if I got this straight. You learned about the Zeniths from Hades when you interrogated it. Then you came up with a plan to defeat them by using a Tenakth army and that weapon. And to get the Tenakth to fight for you, or rather the Sons of Prometheus, armed Regalla's rebels with override tech.
Did you have an actual question, or are you still playing catch-up?
So all this time, even before I found the coordinates at the Spire, you were out here scheming. Why couldn't you just tell me?
When I learned of the Zenith's return to Earth, I laid out my plans. I knew I would one day require an army of overzealous Tenakth to assault the Zenith base. The casualties would be extreme. And I knew you would never allow such a sacrifice, no matter how necessary. Thus, I devised a means to remove your interference from the equation. At the Hades Proving Lab.
Why create the Sons of Prometheus? You didn't need a bunch of Oseram tinkerers to make override tech.
They were a necessary safeguard. My time serving Hades in the Eclipse demonstrated the risks of getting directly involved. Through the Sons of Prometheus, I could execute my plans, all while remaining anonymous.
You wanted me to surrender to the Zeniths at the Hades Proving Lab. They almost killed me.
Based on everything I knew about them, I concluded they would find you a useful asset, thereby keeping you out of harm's way and, more importantly, out of my way.
So you really didn't know they had their own clone of Elizabeth?
No. Unfortunately, there was no way I could have known that particular detail.
Detail? Well, I guess if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be here today. Tell me about the weapon. How does it work?
I've upgraded the delivery system. It now emits a wave-like effect covering a significant distance.
That doesn't fully answer my question.
No, but I'd be a fool to reveal its inner workings. After all, why did you withhold your plan for dealing with the Zenith drones? Yes, even you can appreciate the value of... Suffice it to say that the weapon will... The intricacies of how...
Why help Regalla take over? If you wanted an army, you could have just gone to Hekarro.
Before Regalla's rebellion, Hekarro was only concerned with battling machines and fostering friendships with Akarja. Even if I gained his ear, he would never agree to send his forces to battle a threat he couldn't understand.
So helping a bloodthirsty...
Yes. All Regalla craved was war. Against the... She would have led the tribe into battle, which was precise.
While I was out there, I had a couple run-ins.
The tribe from across the ocean.
Their entire tribe was shaped around the discovery of... One of them, Alva. Don't you want to know more about them?
No. They from the ancient world, and what did they... They shrouded the knowledge they unearthed in mysticism and creating a pantheon out of corporate shills.
Yes, well, it also led them to Thebes.
Did it now?
So those run-ins with the Quen I mentioned. On one of them I teamed up with their expedition to search Thebes. We found Pharaoh at the end.
You must have needed Omega clearance. So, what was it like?
Worse than you can imagine.
he single-handedly wiped out collective human knowledge. I'm sure it was still less than he deserved.
Let me guess. You would have scraped him into a jar so you could prod his brain, like what you did with Hades.
For a start.
Alright, Silence. I think I'll let you know when it's time to go. And try not to mess with Tilda while you're in here, okay? I don't need the two of you butting.
Yes. I wonder if you understand what kind... For someone to live as long as she has, well, your goals may be aligned.
Yeah, I'm aware. Reminds me of someone else I know.
Survival is only a necessity to my greater... I'd hoped you'd recognize that by now.
Do you know something or not?
Oh, I know a great deal of things.
Oh, a feeling. You mean you finally had one? Huh. Guess even you can change, Silence. I'll try to stop by. I don't know about that. find whoever's in charge, figure out what's going on in this camp.
Thought this might interest you. 3 of our soldiers have gone missing in the Valley of the Fallen. The whole area is crawling with machines. There have been reports of glowing lights off the coast. Marshal Vera should be at the valley's entrance. She might need your help.
Thanks. I'll look into it when I can. There. Rendezvous point. I should take care of everything I can before calling in the others to attack the Zenith base. Okay, everyone. I'm at the rendezvous point. It's time to rescue Beta and Gaia.
Understood, Aloy. We're on our way.
Aloy.
Where are the others?
Not far behind.
Egghead here couldn't stand traveling with the pack.
Are we all here? Then let's begin.
A tunnel.
An ancient escape route from the ruins on the island. When I realized it ran all the way across the water, I thought it might prove useful to come and go undetected. So I concealed it from the others. Shall we?
I wish there was a less pungent way to get way inside the base.
Agreed.
There's the launch tower. That plane offers a little cover, so the only viable path is through there. There will be Spectres guarding it, and many more can be deployed from those hangars.
All right. Alva, Catalo, get to it.
Where are they going?
Somewhere important. Erend, you're with me. You guys, take the high ground in case we need covering fire.
Tactically sound, I suppose. What will she do?
There's a sensor node nearby. If I hack into it, I should be able to scramble the network and keep you undetected. But not for long.
Then we should proceed.
One more thing. Open up the channel to Beta. Audio only. Aloy. We're here, and we're coming for you. You know what to do, right?
As long as you hold up your end.
We will. See you soon.
Be careful.
Let's go.
Get to the launch tower as quickly as possible. I'll do my best to conceal our intrusion.
Beware, Aloy. Spectres ahead.
Company. Follow my lead.
That's what I do.
I seem to work against that machine.
That's the weak spot. I grab it if you need it. Live long, kill your ass. Get clear of the blast. This is why I came along. Aloy, for you. You want a taste of this? Take it down. Get the fumes in your eyes. Now we're talking. I think we got it.
I think you're right.
I think there's a cave up there that might get us through that ridge.
Let's climb up to it.
Find anything?
Yeah.
What's in this backpack, metal bricks?
Aloy, Alva and I are closing in on the regulator.
Keep me posted.
It's creepy in here.
Don't worry. I'll protect you.
I wish I had a lighter. I guess I'll find another way.
There's a lot of dead machines on this island.
We killed a great many when we landed here. Their salvage may prove useful to you now.
Another Spectre.
Sneak or fight?
No plan
You
to
choose.
fire against that.
Oh, look at that thing. And they went boom!
Oh! Oh!
And another one down.
Decent shot, I guess.
Better than any Oseram.
Any good loot?
A little. Tired yet?
Yep. Yeah! Clear those weeds.
We're through.
It's here when you want it. Bottoms up.
The Spectre's a good sport!
We can take this one, Aloy! Keep moving!
That Stormbird carcass should get us over the gap.
I hate stormbirds. But I guess, yeah, a dead one's handy enough. You remember the good old days when our only worry was whether Meridian would be destroyed? You know, instead of the whole world?
Oh yeah. Good times.
More Spectres. I'll attack when you do.
That'll get off my back for a second.
Now that makes a nice target. Here we go. Boom! Take it like a man! Or a woman! Sorry, everyone. You got it quick.
Still in this fight.
Hey, Aloy!
I think that's all of them. Here, at least. Let's push on.
What do you get?
Just some parts. Here, up this rock. We're gonna have to climb around this corner.
I'll try not to complain.
I can see the way forward. Keep moving.
Going as fast as we can. You all right?
Sort of.
You okay?
Yeah. I'll find a way back up.
How many specters do the Zeniths have?
More than we want to fight at once, that's for sure.
Oh, they felt that one.
Come on. Up the slab.
Aloy, Alva and I are in position.
Do it. Blow the regulator.
A moment while I ignite the charges.
Alpha and Catalo did their job. Now it's Beta's turn.
Aloy? I think we're in trouble.
Whatever you plan to do to stop those specters, you better do it now.
I'm not doing anything. Beta will. She just needs a little time.
Time that we don't have.
Come on, Beta, come on.
What is that?
Our army.
I think you got their attention.
Very clever. You had Beta inject Hephaestus into the base's printer matrix.
Which is faster and more powerful than any cauldron.
And now it can crank out machines to its heart's content. Let's get to the launch tower before this whole place becomes a war zone.
Your maneuver, as clever as it is, means that Hephaestus has escaped containment. It will no doubt flew back to the Cauldron network.
We grabbed it once, we'll get it again.
Or find a way to replicate its functionality, perhaps. The Apollo database.
Aloy, in case we don't make it, I just have one regret.
What is it?
That we had to do all this climbing.
But a big rock might give us a bridge to get up and through.
Gotcha.
That's when all the specters are fighting our machines.
Ah, that'd have made it nice and easy.
Can't use that now. Hit it again. Who's next? Woo-hoo! Don't get that stuff on you.
This way.
Big jump. To the right, I think.
And now to the left.
You can get to the launch tower through the hangar up ahead. I'm heading over to join you now.
The hangar's in bad shape, but I can see the way in. Hurry, Aloy!
Another one? Let's get into this.
By the blood of the Ten!
That's the quick way to take it down.
I've got an angle.
As do I.
Good work, everyone. Let's go.
This way.
Whoa. Look at all this zenith. Space stuff.
Come on, let's go!
This way, demon! Ah! This is the death I was promised. Go!
May Regala return peacefully to the cycle.
Please. She cared nothing for peace.
At least she died on her own terms. That was her fault.
Aloy, it's been intense, but Catalo got me to a network node. I'm trying to get in.
Keep at it. We're almost to the tower.
we know who's been causing all the fuss. Tilda's little pet.
Silence! Zenith, inbound. Can we drop their shields, please?
I'm powering it up. Stay still.
This is pointless! You can't hurt us. Face it, you're worms that ooze through the cracks into our basement.
Silence?
One moment more.
But I might just spare you if you give up Tilda. I think it's safe to say she's forfeited her share of our operation. Permanently.
There.
No? Nothing? Fine. All right, people. Light 'em up! Are we supposed to be scared?
We can't let Gerard escape. It won't take long before he preps the shuttle for launch. Then he'll be able to take Beta and Gaia into orbit and onto the Odyssey beyond our reach.
We gotta go through there?
I fail to see another option.
Then we'll carve a path. Ready?
Get to the top and secure Gaia. I'll stop Gerard.
I gotta get to the top of the tower and free Beta.
Aloy, run! Time I see filth! Apologies for that. We're okay. As long as Alva hurries.
I'm almost into the network!
Just do the best you can. Okay, an elevator. Promising.
We got some unfinished business, little girl. I don't need a shield to take you out.
Trust me, you're gonna wish you had one.
you down!
Hit me!
Whoa! I can't let him catch me. Not much without your shield, are ya? Oh, don't like that, do ya?
Are you there? I'm on my way to help. Just need to find my way in there.
Time to shut you up!
Bye-bye, pretty face.
That'll keep me on my feet.
I almost forgot what it was like to hurt.
Now we're having fun, right?
You okay?
I will be. In time. Go. Rescue your sister. I'll regroup with the others and make sure they're all right.
Looks like the machine's inspectors have almost wiped each other out. What was that?
Aloy, Gerard just activated the self-destruct failsafe on the printing matrix. He's taking control of a number of systems.
Including the lift?
I'm afraid so. He's restricted its access to the top. You'll have to climb from there. I have to go. I almost have him.
Is everyone all right down there?
Mostly. We're cleaning up the last few Spectres.
What about the Zeniths?
Dead, I think. Zoe told me you got Eric. Good work.
Yeah. Thanks. I guess only Tilda and Gerard are left then.
Aloy, you there? Listen, I got into the network, but only for a minute before I was shut out. I found a bunch of flight plans and trajectories, as if the Zeniths were planning to leave Earth.
Doesn't make any sense.
I know, but there's more. The files I found have a lot of references to something called Nemesis. Whatever it is, the Zeniths are afraid of it.
Alva? Alva! What's going on here? Maybe Beta can help me figure it out. If she's okay. Almost there. This is it. End of the line. Are you okay? Look, I know you've been through a lot, but you have to help me access the Zenith network. I need to see their files, anything referring to the word Nemesis. Okay. Over there. The systems are down all over the base. I should be able to take advantage of... Yes, Nemesis. Here. There's something in deep space. It's following the Zeniths to Earth. Look. Escape vectors. Alva tried to warn me about this. The Zeniths aren't planning to stay here. It's a machine of some kind. Or a swarm of them. The energy readings are... astronomical. Aloy, I don't think a natural disaster destroyed the Zenith colony on Sirius. This thing did. Earth isn't a new home for them. It's a way station. They're on the run.
I see you've been busy.
And you've been lying. Nemesis, what is it?
It is us. The minds of Far Zenith. Or failed copies of them, anyway. Back on Sirius, some of my peers weren't satisfied with physical immortality. They wanted digital transcendence. A way to upload their minds into any form, organic or mechanical. Nemesis was a failed experiment to that effect. Abandoned, but never erased. An immense database of our memories, emotions, and prejudices left to fester.
And it destroyed your colony?
We didn't realize it had gained sentience until it broke containment. It had everything it needed from our memories. Security protocols, system specs, override codes. It hacked everything before we knew what hit us. Then it took over our printing facilities, allowing it to gain any machine form it needed to wipe us out.
But why?
Imagine being trapped alone for decades with only the twisted echoes of megalomaniacs for company. It hates us for abandoning it to that prison. And now that it's free, it will do anything to destroy us, including denying us a safe harbor on Earth.
The extinction signal that woke Hades. You didn't send it. Nemesis did.
Finally, you understand. And when that failed, it launched from Sirius to finish the job itself. Which is why we must flee to a random planet circling a random star, somewhere it can never find us.
With Gaia. So you can build yourself a new world.
That's the plan. Even now. Earth is finished, Aloy. Nemesis will scour it of life to deny its creators a viable home. But Elizabeth's dream won't die. You'll come with me to the stars. And with Gaia, we'll create a new world. Together. Where that monstrosity could never find us.
What? No.
I loved Elizabeth. More than you could ever know. And I let her stay behind to die with the rest of humanity. A mistake I have regretted for 1,000 years. Now she stands before me again. Not some inferior copy, but her best possible self. So I'm not asking. You're coming with me. It may seem harsh now, but you'll forgive me in a few centuries.
You can't force me, Tilda. Your shield is gone.
I have something better. Spectre Prime, to me.
Take cover! Get to the door!
Submit, Aloy. You can't win.
I've heard that before.
Sticks and stone! Against the lightning.
I better scan that thing first.
I knew you didn't truly want to hurt me.
More ammo.
This Spectre was designed to survive against more than that.
I can target its gold plate. Elemental ammo is making a dent in those gold plates.
Ask yourself why you're holding back. I can endure. You cannot.
You're not taking me, Tilda!
You cannot win!
The gold plates are vulnerable to elemental ammo. It's reforming.
Soon we will be all that is left of the human race!
A few more hits. Oh! Give it a rest first till I get my stamina.
You must submit!
Oh, it's quick!
Sticks and stones against the lightning.
It's over. Why couldn't you just let me choose?
She tried to take you. And she told you about Nemesis.
So you've known all along.
From Hades, yes. Along with data on how to circumvent the Zenith shields. Everything I did to create the rebel army was based on that knowledge. To reach this place, this moment.
And you couldn't just tell me?
Come now, Aloy. You're the last person to act sensibly in the face of impossible odds. When I learned of Nemesis from Hades, I saw the pieces on the board and how to play them. And in that same moment, I knew it was a game you would never play. That you would interfere and attempt to save the Tenakth. I was correct, to a point. You ruined my plans, but brought your own to fruition. The end result is the same. We're here. And now it's time for me to leave this doomed planet behind. To seize the Odyssey and the Apollo database, and begin a new chapter in my pursuit of knowledge, one with infinite possibilities. You can join me if you so desire. You've more than earned your place. Unlike Tilda, I'm extending a polite invitation.
You're going to just take off? And abandon everything? Stay. Help me fight that thing.
Perhaps Tilda didn't adequately define the threat. Nemesis can't be stopped. It destroyed a highly advanced Zenith colony in a matter of hours. What hope does this primitive tribal Earth have? If you brought Gaia, you wouldn't be abandoning life, you'd be saving a seed for a new world. Just as Elizabeth did. It's the choice she made. The sacrifice of all that is for the hope of what might be. If she were here in your place, she would board that shuttle, Aloy.
Found her.
Is she hurt?
Still on her feet.
Thank the Ten.
Goodbye, Silence.
She looks okay.
She looks victorious.
As always.
Aloy. You did it.
Hey, where's he going?
As far away as anyone can go.
Oh. Are you sure?
You're staying.
For a time. You people are going to need all the help you can get.
Does anyone else need a drink?
Not if it's that ale of yours.
I'd be fine with a nap.
Excellent idea.
I hope it's really over this time.
There's another battle ahead, Elizabeth. Very different than the one you fought. It's not about the distant hope of creating a new world. It's about preserving the one we have. My friends have a new mission. To spread the word and ask for help. They've taken it in stride. I think it's because they've always known what I've only just started to understand. That the people of this world have the strength to fight any battle. The ingenuity to solve any problem. The courage to overcome any obstacle. And the resilience to rise after any setback. As for me, I can't say I'm not afraid. What lies ahead will be harder than anything we've faced before. But I know I can put the fear aside. Because for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm not alone. Maybe one day, I'll head back to the Sacred Lands and see Sona again. Tell her what her son accomplished. And how brave he was. What are you up to?
I'm getting a head start on looking for ways to temporarily stabilize the biosphere. We may not have Hephaestus, but I'm sure we can come up with something.
Did you need something?
I'm surprised you're staying in the base. Thought you'd slink away to one of your workshops.
The capabilities of this facility are adequate for now.
Well, make yourself at home, I guess. So you finally got what you always wanted.
Yes. All the knowledge of the Apollo database at our fingertips. At long last. Once Gaia removes the last traces of Zenith code from it, that is. We are entering a brave new world, Aloy. You'd best be ready for it. Hephaestus will undoubtedly design new and deadlier machines now that it's returned to the global Cauldron network.
And we still need it to permanently fix the biosphere.
Perhaps there's another way, courtesy of Apollo. Time will tell.
I paid Thrall's grave a visit earlier. Back at Gemini, he tried so hard to protect me. He was my first friend. I still can't believe he's gone.
Me too. Everything okay, Gaia?
Yes, it is good to be home. Although my heuristic matrix will take some time to reinitialize. I must ensure that all Zenith code has been purged from my systems.
Good idea. Take as long as you need.
I see you, champion. Sit, please.
Next time, perhaps you could make a purchase.